Welcome.
You are watching Line Screw 1. Well, hello tubers, I hope you're doing well wherever you are in this crazy YouTube universe. Today's a miserable day outside, so I'm in my Parisian themed washroom in my RV because the lighting's okay in here. You can see my mural of Paris and the river Seine. Yes, c'est Paris. Yeah, Paris is a poop hole. I love France, don't get me wrong, love France, hate Paris. That's why my bathroom's themed as Paris, because I could take you to parts of Paris that would make you cringe. That's why my bathroom's themed that way. I did a video, I think, a long time ago about Paris. But yeah, let's get to the meat of the matter. Carolyn's at it again. Oh boy. She's playing a dangerous game with her healthcare provider video that she just did. I think it was yesterday. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. There's a whole lot of efficiency of truth in that video. Now, the lady there who was pushing the service, I want to be very clear. The service that's being provided is perfectly legal, and the lady there seems like a nice person, and the service they're providing looks to be absolutely legal and might work for some people. But the devil's in the details of what it is not. And because I do this as a consumer advocacy for the Nomads, I want to save you money where other people just want to make money off you. I just got to call a spade a spade. So, first of all, I first thought this video, well, let's watch it. It kind of sounds like healthcare insurance. No. It is not healthcare insurance. And I'm actually going to provide you with some really good comprehensive alternatives for people who travel in their RV or wherever. Because there are really good options which I use to save money. Because after all, I am Canadian, and Canadians, we are afraid of paying for healthcare. We're like rats from a sinking ship. We will run to get back to Canada to avoid having to pay. That's why many of us do carry comprehensive travel insurance when we step foot outside of our local area. Because after all, if you've already paid from your taxes for your health care, why would you want to pay again? And we all know that U.S. healthcare is very expensive. You guys are profit-oriented. Great. I love capitalism. Why not make money off healthcare if your system allows it? Great. No problem with that at all. In fact, why not even invest in healthcare providers in the open market on the stock market? Sometimes that can be a profitable type of venture. But for most of us, we just want healthcare, right? And we want it to be convenient. We want it to be affordable. Now, this plan that she is pushing, Carolyn, oh boy, even in the comments section, she's kind of erasing comments, I've noticed. There's a lot of comments that have disappeared that when people are kind of getting to the crux of the matter of what this plan is and is not, she don't like that. You know how Carolyn is. But first of all, you need to know it's a company called what? The Complete Human Company. It almost sounds funny like a Seinfeld episode about like the Human Fund.
A donation has been made in your name to the Human Fund. What is that?
Made it up.
But whatever the case, a company can use whatever name they want. If they want to call themselves a Complete Human Company, okay, great. Okay, it's a name. You got to have a name. Carolyn's entire video could have been 2 minutes long by just saying, look, what you're paying for is a subscription fee. It's kind of like Netflix. And what you get is you get a chit-chat with a doctor. And by the way, it isn't just for all nomads because right now they're only licensed to do primary care in Arizona. So if you're not in Arizona, what good is it? Now, I know they're licensed in a few other states for mental health care. A handful of states, maybe that might work for you. But anyway, it's not comprehensive coast to coast, so... But what you do get is a chit-chat for a subscription fee. I think it's going to run you around $270. I think $12 a month times 12 plus an initiation fee of $129. Oh, I hear Sammy walking around. Sorry about that. You can hear her nails on the linoleum. Oh, and she's drinking. So that's what you get. You don't get prescription drugs provided for free or covered. You don't get diagnostics. You don't get specialists. No, you get a chit chat. That's what it is. which makes me think that the only people that are going to kind of use that is typically for, like, if you have some abdominal pain, maybe, you know, food poisoning problems, you know, bacterial or viral infections. And what I do know about healthcare is it's a very litigious type of industry. So whenever you have a chit chat with a doctor and they're not quite sure, because it's very difficult to diagnose things just over a video. It's just tough. Come on. Ask any expert to try and do something just from video. It's really difficult until they can get their fingers on the actual problem and get a close-up view. So what does a doctor do? Because they don't want to get sued. No, not when the actual diagnostic is probably being screen captured and recorded, which could set the doctor up for a lawsuit if they get things wrong. So this is what most doctors do when they're doing telehealth over video. If they're not sure, what they're going to do is say, get your butt in to go see a real doctor so that you can get real health care. Not to say that the video chat isn't health care. I guess it is. But how much can a doctor do for you over a webcam? Yeah, if in doubt, they're going to say, you need to get checked out. I guess they'll send you for a referral to go see a doctor somewhere, and they're going to actually help you. But nowhere in their website do they say they're covering, you know, expensive diagnostics, medicine. No, they say they're going to work with your healthcare insurance, and they're going to maybe help you find some cheap prescription plans. But there's already apps on your phone if you need to get a prescription filled that can give you the cheapest price. So they're not really doing much that isn't available already. So, you know, come on. If you're having a jammer in quartzsite, you're not going to be pulling out the webcam to talk to the doctor and say, hey, doc, I'm having a jammer. What do you think I should do? The doctor's going to say, get your butt into a hospital now. So, I don't know. You know, it's going to work for a few people, but when you add up the costs, you're only going to use this probably once a year for most people, and a lot of people, I guess they're banking on they're not even going to use it at all because it's a subscription plan. So they need to have more money coming in than going out, so what do you expect? So some of you might even just be slightly better off if you just paid out of pocket for your care and, you know, paid the $200-300 if you had to go talk to a doctor, or just use the insurance that you should have anyway. Because if you don't have insurance, boy, you're going to be running up one hell of a bill. And if you already have insurance, you probably already have access to telehealth and the ability to see a doctor. So, you know, why pay twice? You know, and money's hard to come by for some people right now. So I don't know. Is this for you? Paying your drugs, you're not paying for your diagnostic equipment and testing and things like that. And by the way, you know, when you need to get tests done, you can't do that over a damn camera, over a web browser. No, you actually have to go somewhere and give them body fluids and blood samples, and, you know, so really, in the end, I guarantee you, most of the people that are actually using that service for urgent care, the doctor's going to say, hey, well, okay, here's a script, go get it filled if that can solve it. But otherwise, they're going to say, if you got something serious going on, you got to go see somebody toot sweet and get it taken care of, because what can a doctor really do, you know, over a webcam? It's only so much they can do, right? But anyway, so Carolyn's playing a dangerous game of telling people that this type of care is better than healthcare. She says so in the comments. She says, oh, this is better than insurance because it's real healthcare. Well, come on. What's wrong with actually having healthcare insurance? I mean, I carry it, and most people carry it. And as for what I actually do carry, you know, there's this agency you guys have in North America. It's called AAA, the American Automobile Association. Here in British Columbia, it's called British Columbia Automobile Association. They're all affiliated. They sell me a nice policy. I think it's got $4 million worth of coverage. I typically pay about $120 a month when I'm out of the country. And for, I think, $20 more, I get a zero deductible. So it'll pay for up to $4 million to get me, you know, safe and get me back to Canada. They'll even charter a private jet with a nurse and a doctor to get me home if it's required. And if I even die, they'll pay to move the corpse back. They'll pay to have your RV or vehicle driven home. And there's all sorts of benefits that you can get. And it's good. It's good coverage. You know, I wouldn't suggest you get the cheapest coverage for that type of liability. But you know, stick to the big players like I do, the big companies that deal with this all the time, and they've got millions of dollars, and they know how to deal with these claims anywhere in the world. So you don't have to worry about, you know, hey, will it cover me if I'm suddenly in Mexico, or if I take a side trip down to Costa Rica, or what? No, you can get a global policy. It covers you wherever, you know, it doesn't matter. So that's what I suggest you do. And shop around, but don't get the cheapest price, because the cheapest price isn't always the best price, if you know what I'm saying. So I don't know why Carolyn's doing that, but lately all her videos are just strictly commercial advertisements. She'll start out with talking about, hey, join my channel, you know, pushes for that. Then she'll push the Patreon, then she'll push the merch, then she'll push buying her calendars. She's still selling calendars, and it's late February. Like, really? So I don't know if she was paid to push this. Maybe, maybe not. I have no idea. She didn't say that this is a paid advertisement. But whatever the case, you know, you got to be careful pushing this plan. She says it's for nomads, but then when you find out it's only for primary care for people in Arizona right now. I know they're trying to expand, but right now it's only Arizona and a handful of other states for mental health care. So it is not really for nomads, as Carolyn's RV Life has said. So it's a complete misstatement. And like I said, a lot of censorship going on in the comments section, where people kind of finally get to the crux of the matter of what it is, and she don't like that, because all that video needed to be is 2 minutes long and say, look, we got some doctors here that'll have a chit chat with you if you pay a subscription fee, and they'll have a chit chat with you, and then they'll refer you to whatever help you need and maybe write you a prescription. But as for all the other costs, you pay for that. Your insurance pays for that. We're not paying for that. We don't pay for anything. You get a chit chat. That's what you get, a consultation with the Complete Human Company. That's it. Nothing more, nothing less. Perfectly legal, perfectly fine for some people, but not the greatest idea for us nomads. Trust me on that. That's why I don't do things like that. I have comprehensive, multi-million-dollar coverage for things like that, because I like to sleep at night, and I don't want to go bankrupt having suddenly a $750,000 bill that I got to pay, right? Okay, that's my thoughts. You put your comments down below. Hope you're doing well, and I'll talk to you soon. Over and out.
The Human Fund. Money for people.